How to create a filled spiral design in Affinity Photo. I'm going to show a couple of ways of doing this. So let's just remove that one. Where's the spiral tool to start with? That's the key thing. Now, if you can't find it, what you need to do is go to View and Customize Tools. Should be there if you've got the latest version. I've customized mine and there it is, spiral there. But you could find it over here with rounded, rectangle, triangle, etc. So spiral tool and just drag and like that. Now it always creates a default spiral. It's always 5 turns. I don't know why it can't remember the last time you used it when you might have 30 or 40, but it always defaults to 5. So it's not a sticky design where you can then sort of set it to 20. It's always 20 as far as I'm aware. But you can, of course, if you want, you can always save it as a preset, as a workaround. So you can always click there and you can add a quick preset there, create a preset with your design. Now, once you've got this, you know there's a problem. It's just purely a stroke. So if I just go up here and I change the width, you can see what happens. You can change the width, but the fill is, if I click there, I can fill it with anything. So let's just go and fill it with something. It doesn't look elegant. I don't want that. I don't want that sort of fill design. I want the fill to be actually filling this spiral. So let's just quickly turn that off again. And again, modify this. So I can just change that, maybe down to 25. You can also change the style, as long as this is selected, the spiral tool or the move tool. All these various options will be available. So you can turn around and say 5, 6, 7, etc. Also, what you can do is you can go here to linear and you can go for, say, counter semicircular, which is my favourite of all these. So you get something like that, very intense spiral design. Now, if you want to expand it to turn it into a filled design, it's very easy. Simply go to Layer and down here to Expand Stroke. Now, unfortunately, this is not, and I don't know why, not available in Affinity Photo. Please put in the comments below if you know any reason why that's not available. Just seems to be a really big oversight. But if you've got, of course, Designer and Photo, you can go back and forth between them. So you can get over that problem. But it's just odd why they've never added Expand Stroke. There's also a few other various tools that I would love to see added to Affinity Designer for vectors as well. So Expand Stroke. So select that. And now you've got your fill design. The stroke's gone. You can see up here. You've got no stroke. You can always add it still. You can always quickly click there, go to colour, maybe go and make it black. And it starts at 0.2 or something, and you can obviously increase it. So you can still bring it back if you want. But you can see now you've got this filled design, this filled gradient. It doesn't have to be a gradient. It could have, of course, been just as basic standard colour, red or green or blue. And you can always go up here, click there, and go to colours, and just set it to that if you want, just back to blue. Or maybe go to swatches and select a different swatch. And you can see all kinds of different colour designs can be added into your spiral design. Now, unfortunately, you can't actually add any more turns or anything. Once you've done it, that's it. It's frozen as a spiral. But also what you can do, just go over here to the gradient tool. And you see it fill as the context. And you can go for linear, you can go for elliptical. And you can manipulate it in all kinds of ways. You can also fill it with a bitmap as well. So if you've got some images you want to fill it with, you can do that. So that's a great way, a very quick way of creating a spiral design that's filled. But also, really useful tool is this one next door. This is the contour tool. Now, of course, it might be in a different position for you, but I'm just going to go here for spiral again and create a spiral. Again, you can set the colour. So just go up to stroke. I always like swatches. Just as easy, just simply click. Now the swatches you've got probably be different. Please check out my videos on how to create lots of swatches, gradients, etc. So I'm just going to select there, and you can see now you've got your there, and also I can increase that. Now I don't want to increase too much. I'm just going to go for about there. Something fairly small, 22. And now I can go for also counter semicircular. Or maybe keep it as linear. I think I'll probably keep it as linear, to be honest. That really crunches in, because the next thing we want to do is just go here to the contour tool. So contour tool, again, with that selected, you've got lots of options all the way along here. And you can tweak them in all kinds of ways. You've got different caps. Now, you might not want that. You might want different ones there. You can click, select different things, contour types. Just try them out. Change the radius and do that. And I'm just going to go with this set. So contour type and this. But also, thing I want to use, force open. So just click here. So force open, and let's just change this a bit. And it's interactive. You can do it here. Just change it here. It's okay, but I think personally it's just as easy to do interactively, and you see the result of that. And again, you can experiment with these other settings. Now, once you've done that, you think, I can expand this. I can expand it exactly the same as before. Now, you can't, unfortunately, because if you do, go to Layer and down here to expand through, the result is that, which is not particularly probably what you want. So, undo. But you'll notice along here, you've got bake appearance. So click that, and now bake appearance, and now you've got field design. Now, at the moment, it's not filled, but you can go up here, click there, and you can set it, say, to another gradient. Let's just go for that swatch, and you've got that set. Also, you can go here to the stroke, and you can reduce that down, and you can see now you've got a filled spiral design that's obviously slightly different than before. Now, if I just undo that, maybe let's just make another variation. Let's just go again to the contour tool and increase that again, and maybe tweak these other ones. You see just nice rounded there. And again, maybe go with this fill instead. Perfectly reasonable. Or change gradient. You can still change gradient with that active. Just apply that. Again, you'll notice a problem. I've just applied the gradient. You'd think by default it knows you're working with a stroke. It doesn't. You need to set the context, and by default it goes for fill. So undo, go up here to stroke, select that, and now you can manipulate that gradient, and you can tweak it in all kinds of different ways. Well, once you've done that again, you've got this, go back here, and then again down to bake appearance, click that, and you've got your baked design. And again, you can manipulate it. Also, by handily, it actually selects the node tool, so you can see all the individual nodes. So you can just tweak it, modify it, move it around, and much, much more. But again, you've got this fill, even though you can't see anything at this moment. So again, click here, and I can go for a colour. So instead of that, you can see now you've got the red or black or whatever you want, colour you want to use. Also, what you can do, you can go here, click the stroke, and if you want to remove it very quickly, just click here, or just set it, of course, to 0. Perfectly reasonable as well. So just click that, and now you've got no there. But you can still see you've got 22. So I'm just going to reduce that down as well. That's another option. Otherwise, sometimes what happens, you would end up clicking there, and you maybe bring gradient back, and so on. I don't want that. So undo, and back down to 0. So everything's all nicely set just for your field design. And also what you can do, with this, go to the Layers panel, and you can go to Effects. Just click here, and now you can go for Outer Shadow, Radius, Offset, Intensity. Let's just increase that a bit more. And also go for, say, 3D as well. So 3D, and you can tweak that. And also, if you want, you can quickly bring in a gradient again. So a gradient, just fine. I don't always find this one so flexible, I must admit. It'd be really nice if this gradient tool was interactive on screen. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to, nor does it weirdly give you access to swatches, which seems a bit of an odd feature. You have to literally just build it up there and then. So just click there, add some stops, maybe go for blue, and you can see you've got that. But also a great thing about this is you've got a little plus. So you can click here and you can add another gradient on top of that and then manipulate that. And it might be simply purely, instead of using linear, you could use elliptical, or you could go back to linear. You can change the scale there, offset, and also you can blend it. So go here and you can go down here, and so you can combine these gradients in all kinds of different ways. Very simple, quick way of creating multiple colourful designs. And click close. And there it is. A very quick, easy way of creating a filled spiral design in Affinity Designer. Hope you found this of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Always great to hear from you. Always nice to have some comments. What sort of things you like about various spiral designs? Do you use a spiral design? Do you find that what other tools would you like to see? I mean, I would love to see many other shape designs. I think it's a really powerful feature of Designer as well as Photo. Something I think that Photoshop should have as well. Always very odd that Photoshop has not added lots of additional tools. Very strange. And the spiral tool is definitely a brilliant addition. But there must be many other shapes that could really be added to Affinity Designer. please put in the comments below your thoughts about that. Anyway, bye.